Purpose for business experts. I post regularly on LinkedIn, and it seems like everybody over there is talking about purpose. It's a hot topic right now. But what I've noticed is that most people are only focusing on one part of purpose and not all four parts of purpose. In this video, I'll share the 4 levels of purpose so you can be truly inspired at work, so you can be more successful and more satisfied at the same time. I'm Jeff McDonald, the Ideas Architect, and through Anywhere Experts, I help business experts earn money from what they know, from anywhere, so they can live their best lives with their family. My purpose is to create new worlds. I'm an ideas guy, and I love creating fresh insights, fresh possibilities, and new opportunities for people. Make sure you stick around to the end where I'll share my top 3 strategies for how you can create your purpose for business experts. One of the best ways to discover your purpose is through conversations with other people. Share this video with others to get yourself talking about what purpose might be for you and for them. Now let's dive into our big idea for today. Purpose for business experts. There are a lot of different definitions out there. Firstly, at a practical level, our purpose is our objective or our intention. We're simply asking, what do you want to have happen? For instance, for my purpose in creating and sharing these videos, I want to educate, inform, and provide fresh perspectives for people. Second, at a deeper level, the French have a phrase, raison d'être, which literally means reason for being. It asks, why do you exist? That's a deep philosophical question, and you want to be careful because you could get lost in trying to answer that one. There are two ways to relate to this. If you believe you have a pre-planned destiny, then you're going to need to find the right purpose, and that's going to take a lot of soul searching. The alternative is much easier. It's to create your purpose. And given it's your life or your business, you can create any purpose that you want. Essentially, the process here is to have a creative conversation to explore what that purpose might look like, and then you get to declare, this is my purpose. Why is purpose important? There's an old story about 3 men on a building site. One was stacking bricks, one was building a wall, and the other was building a cathedral to celebrate his God. Which one of those 3 do you think was the most inspired? Purpose is important because it's one really powerful way to bring inspiration and meaning to your work. Ultimately, one of the most basic ways to be successful is to be able to stick at your tasks long enough to fulfill them. Being on purpose has you inspired, doing meaningful work, and means you're more likely to stick at your tasks for longer, which means you're more likely to be successful. Purpose is important for business experts for 2 fundamental reasons. The first is for you in defining and running your business. Having a clear purpose is your context or reference point for making important strategic decisions. For me, when I was thinking about creating these videos on YouTube, all I had to do was ask myself, is creating and sharing ideas on YouTube consistent with my purpose? And the obvious answer is yes. This is critical if you want to be inspired and do meaningful work every day. The second reason purpose is important for business experts is your clients. When I'm working with my clients, I want to know what's important to them. That way I can tailor my solutions to what's going to appeal and satisfy them. The first level of purpose is the grand vision. And there's 2 types of grand visions here. The first type is the specific result or the mission or the big goal. For example, to end hunger on the planet, to stop racism, or to promote well-being. Typically where this is different to a goal is that your purpose is a lifelong mission, and it's something that can't be easily achieved or finished. For instance, if you compare this to competing at the Olympics, that's something that's a specific, measurable end result that you can achieve. Plus, by the time you're probably 30 years old in most sports, you're probably not going to be at Olympic level anymore. So that's more of a goal rather than a lifelong purpose. The second type is a process statement, which is kind of where mine fits in. It's creating new worlds. Yeah, you could say that's a result, but it's kind of something that I can keep doing all of my life. For many people, the grand vision is where the purpose conversation starts and stops. But if your purpose conversation stops here, then really what you're talking about is a bit of a dream or a fantasy. It actually is not going to show up in your life on a regular or daily basis. And that's why we need the other 3 levels of purpose. The second level of purpose for business experts is the heroic project. We need projects to translate our big abstract goals into something more concrete in terms of specific actions and results that we can produce. And given our purpose is so important and integral to who we are, we can't just have any project, we need to have a heroic project. And what I mean by that is it's not about the ego of being the hero. It's about taking on a project of the scale and the significance that actually transforms or confirms our identity, and it also challenges us in a powerful way. For me, around my YouTube videos, I have the goal of attracting 1 million views to my videos. And that's kind of not really an end point, it's more of a benchmark to know if I'm creating new worlds for other people. The third level of purpose for business experts is around our habits and our rituals. This is important because we want to translate our purpose into daily actions that have meaning to us. Habits are actions that we do on a regular basis. Rituals are those habits that have an elevated sense of meaning on them, such that they're more likely to inspire us. For instance, brushing your teeth is a habit, but it's unlikely to be a ritual unless you can connect that to your purpose in some way. In contrast, for me, when I hit that magic button to say, publish my next YouTube video, then I can create that as a ritual because it has meaning for me around sharing my ideas to other people. And yes, I do a little happy dance at the end when I hit that button. It's a big moment for me. The fourth level of purpose for business experts is to pay attention. This is what we mean by being purposeful. We are putting our attention on something that is important to us. And this also changes the conversation from doing purpose or taking actions to be purposeful to being purposeful. And that means we can apply our purpose to any situation at any time. It's a way of being, it's not an activity that we do. For me, my practice is to ask, what world am I creating for myself and others right now? If you want more on each of these 4 levels of purpose, I'll create some future videos for you on each of those ones where we can do a deeper dive and we can get into some more actions around them. And make sure you stick around to the end where I'll share my 3 best strategies for how to create purpose for business experts. Let's wrap up what we've covered here. A simple definition of purpose is that it's our intention. It's what we want to have happen. Purpose is important because it provides a context for having meaning and inspiration in our life and in our work. Purpose is important for business experts because it's the basis for meaningful work for ourselves and our interactions with our clients. The 4 levels of purpose are the grand vision, which is a context to operate from, the heroic project that has us work towards a specific result, our habits and rituals, which is taking specific actions, meaningful actions that align with our purpose. And the 4th one is paying attention and being purposeful in the moment. Now for the bonus tip, 3 strategies for how to create your purpose as an expert in business. Previously, I shared a video called Build Your Business Expertise. Here's the link to it here. In that video, I shared 3 general principles for how to build your business expertise. And those principles apply here as well. To create your purpose, you're going to need one of these 3 things. The first strategy to create your purpose is to know thyself. Your purpose is a very personal and powerful thing. And if you don't know who you are, and you don't know what you like or dislike, and you don't know what your strengths and weaknesses are, and you don't know what your values are, then you're not going to recognize your purpose if it hits you in the face. The second strategy to create your purpose is to grow thyself. The single most important thing you can do to create almost anything is to be in action. Creativity requires triggers. It's really hard to create almost anything if you're sitting around staring at your navel. Instead, you want to be either teaching or learning or talking with other people about purpose and things that are purposeful. And to help you with that, you might even want to share this video as a talking point, as a stimulus to start that conversation with your colleagues and friends and perhaps your family and even your clients, and see where the conversation goes. The third strategy for creating your purpose is to claim thyself. I've had a lot of coaching conversations with clients about their purpose, and the consistent thread is that their purpose is staring them in their face and they don't even know it. The other side of that is that they've got an inkling about what their purpose might be, but they're too scared to claim it in case they get it wrong. My suggestion is if you have an inkling that this might be your purpose, then you grab that with both hands and you run with it through your life, and you work with it and you play with it and you explore it and you keep using it until you either refine it or you come up with something better. If you have any questions about this, please add a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer them for you. Given you've watched this whole video right through to the end, I'll bet you've enjoyed it or you've got a tiny little nugget of gold out of it. If that's the case, give me some feedback and hit that like button to say, yes, Jeff, I enjoyed that. I got something out of that. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.